Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Final Show Films. I am Sen, your executive producer. I think I lose track of who I am quite often. Um, for Final Show Films, thank you all for tuning in. Um, I've completely lost my intro spiel. So thank you for watching, and thank you for our $20 tier supporters over at our Patreon page, those being Driven Alexander, Samantha Bates, and L, without whom we won't be able to do nearly as much as what we do normally. So thank you for your support over the years, and those of you that are watching live, please sit back, relax, and enjoy. And we're live after 17 minutes, almost, oh no, 18 minutes now of the stream being on. We're finally online.
It's
That is
Sen's fault.
important for things to come.
I did not share
Hello,
the
everybody.
Apollo comic.
I am.
It's Sen's fault. I don't know why, it just is.
I am William Orshani, and I am your story guide for this Coyote and Crow saga. Joining me today, we have Jeremy.
Hi, I'm Jeremy. I am playing Nutty, who is a Path of the Falcon Seeker. I think I got that right.
I believe so.
Yes, Path of the Falcon Seeker. Praise
And
Isis.
Sen.
I'm Sen, and I'm playing Zen, the Path of the Wolf Warrior.
And Mara.
Hi, I'm Mara. I'm playing Dawasiki, Path of the Salmon Seeker.
And Holly.
I am Holly. I'm playing Tala, Path of the Falcon Whisperer.
And Julia.
Hi, I'm Julia, and I am playing Waya, the Path of the Coyote Tinkerer. And praise Artemis.
And as always,
Artemis,
Black
the
Lives
god of
Matter,
lesbians.
trans rights are human rights. Eat the rich. Uplift and respect Native voices. Jeremy.
Fuck Vince McMahon and like fucking everybody at this point. Like, burn the world down, start over.
Continue to share and like and retweet the video of Donald Trump getting booed during his speech, though, because he hates that.
And as is regularly mentioned for this game in particular, this Coyote and Crow is created by native voices for everyone, but also especially for native voices. And though many of us in this game have native heritage, none of us grew up in native culture. And though we are using this game as a chance to explore that heritage that we were never really educated or grown up inside, we are not inherently native voices and are not the authorities on this game or how it should be run. And I do not expect that this game will look anything like a game that is run by native voices. So with that, put the music back on, as we are, again, as mentioned, powered by Sirenscape.
Oh, yeah.
I'm waiting for it to come on in the first place.
Refresh if it's not, because it's there now.
There it is.
Yep, it is there.
And when last we left off, as I'm realizing, looking at my camera footage, that I look like budget Seth Rollins at the moment.
This is the Seth Rollins we have at home.
Seth Rollins at home.
Which Seth Rollins? Temu Seth Rollins?
Yeah, Temu. Yeah. Shop like a billionaire, Seth Rollins.
But when we left off, the Coyote investigating the potential lead on one of the groups of eels, the underground criminal organization that has been contracted on both sides of a potential conflict between two of the important families in Cahokia.
If they're eels, shouldn't they be underwater, not underground?
I didn't say it.
Chaos.
We're able to locate what seems like a potential lead after communicating with one of the regular go-betweens for these groups, who indicated that while he wasn't able to identify exactly where their job was being performed, it was somewhere in the where in the cardinal directions in the southwestern end of Cahokia in the district of Papanchin. And having flown a drone and a sunwing and just general scouting in the region of Papanchin, seems to have identified a potential location that tracks with what looks to have been foot traffic, and from above revealed the glint of metal hidden amongst the trees to the west.
Every
We
time
pick up there as the group has sort of gathered back around the lake just east of the location to try and discuss what they've looked at and what their plan of action is going to be going forward.
every time you say the name of the district, my brain immediately goes to Papashan Nonoshan from Final Fantasy 14. And
Yeah.
I can't help it. Are Tawasikik and Tala still doing a flyover? Where are they at?
Yeah. I think so.
Did they see anything? I forget. Oh wait, or no,
Yes.
I think you're still going in that direction, aren't you? Because we gave you a more narrow space to look at.
I thought we had noticed the tree.
Tala
growth
and
kind-
Tawasiki are the ones who spotted the location, and Woya's drone is the one who actually identified the glint of metal.
Gotcha. I thought I spotted the location, and then, well, no, I spotted the most likely place for the location to be, and then we did the flyovers. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So yeah, over the telepathic link, I'll relay the lake that where those of us on the ground are at to Tawasiki and Tala, and see and just how soon do you think you'll be able to get down here?
Can head that direction now. There's something
Soon,
in
right?
the tree.
Tella will look hopefully at you.
What was that?
She just says soon, right?
Yes.
You can tell she's not comfortable.
Uh-huh. Yeah. We're heading back now.
Is there a place where you could land a sun glider in the area, or would you have to go back to like city proper and then make your way back here on
Sun
foot?
gliders, sunwings can land most places. They usually just prefer like a large flat area for like shutting down and maintenance. But like if you just want to leave it on and hovering, it can sit most locations.
Yeah. So I'll try and land it somewhere near where they indicated they were. Out of like not in like a big clearing or anything. I don't want it to be super visible in case like that triggers some sort of alarm or concern.
Mm-hmm.
There's a tree line immediately to our
Considering
south. So.
a large portion of Papanchin, I honestly don't know if it's Papanchin or Papanchin. I don't know. I don't know where the emphasis goes. But considering it's mostly agricultural district, you can sort of land it like behind a couple of tall rows of vegetation.
Perfect. There you go.
Tella just kind of stumbles off of it and hugs the ground. Okay, shall we?
Yep.
Okay.
Tala, not an extreme sports enthusiast.
Tella hates heights.
Ah. This is not a fact anyone knew
Find someone
beforehand.
else to help me fly it back. Don't worry.
It's the fact that I only knew when she got on the thing. Okay, cool. Where are we going?
To meet up with the rest of the
Yeah, direction.
so
What
Uh,
direction?
that way.
Okay.
Plot word.
She spins around and starts walking that way.
Slightly unsteadily.
Mm-hmm.
All right. While we're waiting on them, Woya, can you see, using the drone, can you see if there's a way for us to approach that location without being obvious?
Well, one thing I can tell you I am seeing is some metal glinting out from under some of these trees around here,
Yeah.
which is a potential hideout.
Yeah. See if you can get any closer.
Yeah, she will fly in. She will circle a few times and then try and get closer, trying to mimic like prey birds or scavengers.
Roll me. Yeah. Look.
Using our advanced soundless Jutsu drones.
Piloting.
Yeah, give me piloting.
Gimme Piloting, the less popular sequel to Gimme Shelter.
God damn it.
I hate it.
Regular success roll.
So did everyone
Or
else.
success number.
Yeah, standard difficulty 8.
That's why it was less popular.
Ooh, one success. Let's spend a mind and turn that into a critical. One success. Oh, two successes.
So. With 2 successes, you realize a couple of things. One, this forest is naturally dense, and whatever they have built, whatever might be down there, will have been very carefully positioned to not interfere with nature and to try and blend in and try and exist without interfering with the ecosystem and with the ecosystem's guidance, and probably to benefit both itself and the ecosystem around it as much as possible. Two, you realize that if someone is watching out for any potential intrusion or spying, you're not going to be able to get this thing close enough to get a good look without having to crash through the canopy, which will be heard and seen and will be very obvious. Because while this might be designed to look like a bird,
It very
is
much does not.
quite so agile to be able to swoop through trees without disturbing canopy and land on a branch like a bird would.
It has aspirations of birdness.
The bird mimicry really only suffices when it is circling in the air. Trying to do anything fancy like landing on a branch would not get across well.
Aspirations of Birdness is my Eagles cover band.
God damn it. That's good. I hate how good that is.
You're welcome.
But that's what you figure out from your attempts to try and get closer.
Well, I can see a few things, and she's like routinely just like moving the second eye, just like for something to try and change the UI. She's still struggling with that. Some of the The canopy is going to be too dense for me to get in with this to get any good footage or to even get a good look. So I can get it close, but one, we're probably not getting the drone back, and two, we will be figured out very quickly.
Okay. Go ahead and bring it back then. If we have an idea
Okay.
of how to approach, we can get closer, quieter, on foot.
She'll bring Red Falcon back.
Sort of circles, banks, flies its way back, hovers down towards you, and you sort of hold out a hand, and it sort of perches onto your hand.
And we'll wait for the others to catch up.
Yeah, it was about this point that Tawasikik and Tala arrived.
You okay, Tala? You look a little green.
I'm good. I'm great. What's happening?
Are you sure? Because you look like you really don't look good.
I'm good.
Obviously, that's all being still there. Look, the link was established. I'm
Yeah.
a talk how I'm a talk.
Oh, no, that's great. All right. Well, we've got eyes on something, although it's hard to get closer with the drone, so we'll have to go in on foot quietly.
Yeah, it's hidden in there.
So we'll go up as a group to the forest itself, and then when we get close enough that we want to be keeping an eye out for anybody keeping watch. If anyone sees anything, think about it. And once we get a little bit closer to where we're in danger of being in plain sight, thinking back to previous to our last mission, can I tell who is the stealthiest of our group other than me and Tawasikik?
What are stealth ratings?
Oh, I have 6 dice in that pool.
I have 5 dice.
I also have 6 dice in that pool.
Nice.
I have less than all of that.
I also have 6. I have 6 dice in that pool as well.
I
So-
have.
Okay.
3 of us are good. One of us is pretty decent. The other one should not be.
Four of
sneaking.
us. 4 of us are good. One isn't. Is what it is.
It's okay,
is
I'm
sort of
working
how
on
it
it.
is. So.
How do you?
All right. When we get up closer, Woya and Tawasikik will stealth in to try to see if you can find a path for the rest of us. And Tala, myself, and Nadi will stay back, keeping an eye out for anyone coming up behind us. Sound good?
Yep.
Super.
All right. Let's go.
You make your way into the forest. Go ahead and give me survival checks just to pathfind your way to the location. You know roughly where it's at, but navigating from the air and navigating on foot are 2 different things.
Everyone doing survival or just the leader?
Whoever feels like it.
Okay.
I've got 5 ranks in survival. I guess it'll be me then. Oh, I guess we're all doing it.
Ooh.
I mean, I'll roll even though I also I again only have 2.
Oh.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Push
so you
that.
got 3 successes.
I'm happy with my 1.
Yeah.
All right. The important thing is that nobody horribly failed or botched.
Not yet.
No, that's for the stealth.
You
roll.
all begin to make your way. And yeah, this place is naturally grown. There is little in the way of directed intervention that has the people of Cahokia live in tandem with nature, but they haven't done like directed shaping of nature on any of this tree life. And so it's been largely been allowed to grow as it wills, which creates a sort of unique pattern to the forest as trees grow in dispersed intervals that are sort of staggered. So your line of sight is regularly broken by another tree. And you have to try and constantly reorient yourself as you move around them, trying to find the direction that you're going in. But you sort of get your bearings and identify the direction that you're aiming in, as best you can, with the majority of sunlight being blocked out by the leaves and branches above. It's not like complete darkness. This is not a rainforest, but it is fairly deciduous, and there are a lot of like widespread branches up at the tops of trees to try and get as much sunlight as possible. That has sort of cast a decent shadow across most of the forest, where you just have like like small shafts of sunlight breaking through in the gaps. So it is notably darker in here than it is like a short distance away outside of the forest. And as you make your way through, you start to get close enough to where you might be able to see something, but also might be in danger of being spotted, at which point is when I'm going to ask everyone for a stealth check who is actually proceeding forward beyond that point, or anyone who is not proceeding is welcome to just stay back.
So it'll be Woya and Tawasika going forward.
Yep. All right. I would like to as well, since I just started doing this, to try and activate Chameleon Shine. So it makes me harder to see. I'm invisible, and it's kind of like affecting people's mental perception. So if they have any sort of like
Spirit sense?
cybernetics or goggles or any sort of like electronic sensors on the outside, it doesn't affect those. But if it's anything organic or using organic vision, then it is affected. So I will try it. So I spend a point of soul for this.
Doesn't
I think I
affect
also
him,
still
he's
have to make the stealth check, but this is just extra.
Yeah, it helps.
Yeah. And I roll equal to twice my spirit. So it'd be a check of 4, I guess. I guess I'm gonna just roll this twice. My spirit. Or no, I'll just add 2 dice to this. Okay. Hey, that's really good. Okay. So that 4 gets added to... For others to see a character who's using this ability, the success number is equal to that 4 successes plus my 1 rank in stealth, so 5, just naturally. And then I will also make a stealth roll. Oh no. Oh no.
Ooh.
I should...
So you're not being sneaky.
I'm going to try and make how can I get that up so it's not a critical fail?
If you put 2 mind into that 6 to make it a 8, it'll be a flat.
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Then we can't spend mine to get out of failure, correct?
Yes, you cannot change a fail away with mine.
Okay. But at least it's not a critical fail.
Or can you not make a non-critical fail?
No, you can't. You can't turn a failure, which is a 1 on the die, or 2 if there's something targeting you, into
Oh, okay.
not a failure with mine.
Gotcha.
Okay.
But you can turn the 6 into a success to even it out.
Yeah, to even it out. And you want to spend a whole bunch of mine, you could spend 4 more and actually get 1 success. But
That's a lot of mind.
It is.
And if you go to 0, you're
Um,
basically done.
I would have 1 left. I'm gonna save it.
yeah, that's real dangerous.
Yeah. But I have disappeared from your peripheral vision. Well, yeah, so
Sure.
there's that, you know.
Cool, I'm alone.
So you're not particularly quiet, but if
No.
anyone is looking for you, they will while they won't have to necessarily roll to be aware that someone is there,
Yeah.
they will have to make a roll to actually be able to see you.
Yes. They'll just say Waya instead. You know, it's fine. Well, you got a 4, so you're probably fine.
Fortunately,
But, you know.
Oh,
So
no,
we
I
also
got a-
failed.
I also
you
failed.
You also failed? Never mind. Oh boy. Okay.
I'm
well,
gonna
then-
drop 3 mind to turn that 5 into an 8.
To get 1 success.
Yep.
All right.
There you go. We're doing great.
We're doing fantastic.
I
Yeah.
picked the best 2 people for the task.
Yes.
You sure did.
Sneak.
Look.
Sneak.
It could have been worse. You could have picked me.
I really wanted you to say that and then just hit the stealth roll button and it comes up with like 5 successes.
I mean, I'll roll, but that's not going to happen. Just for fun, but that's not going to happen. Nope.
Not 5 successes, but 2 5s, so you similar.
Close, but no cigar.
It knew what I said. It heard me.
It understood. It thought it understood the assignment, but was only half paying attention.
Which is the worst kind of paying attention.
Yep. Oh shit.
So with one of you being chameleon and the other one of you actually having at least 1 success on stealth, the 2 of you begin to approach.
Meanwhile, behind them, Zen is looking on, just watching them go and listening to them go.
Same.
Just a soft sigh.
Are they doing bad?
Out loud, so that he doesn't distract the 2 stealthy people from the brain. I just go, well, Tawasiki is invisible at least.
That's not an answer.
It could be better.
Okay.
So the 2 of you approach the location that you had indicated. I have good news and bad news.
Okay.
That's never what you want to hear.
That just
I'm
means
here for it.
bad news with a slant. Go on.
Yeah, the bad news. The problem with that statement is the bad news is always worse than the good news.
Would you like the good news first or the bad news first?
The good news.
Good news, please.
The good news is, you reach the location and there does not appear to be anyone immediately outside of it who might have spotted you.
Excellent.
The bad news is you can identify that there are cameras.
Oh, shit.
And your chameleon skin specifically does nothing for cameras.
See, you do good news, bad news, but different than I do. I always say, the good news is I lied. There is no good news.
Good news! Good news! It's a suppository.
Damn it.
So, I made it in. I don't see anyone. There are cameras, which I am staring directly at.
Is it looking at you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Could you move away?
I could, yeah.
Let's do that.
Try and move sideways, see if the camera follows me, you know.
The cameras appear to be on like a sweeping rotation, so they get like a wide view of the area.
Okay.
It just so happens that you saw one as it was looking at you.
Yep.
But as you sort of look, having been spotted by the camera, so why the fuck not?
Yeah.
Check eye. Infiltrate. Storm the gates.
There appears to be a like small metallic round door that exists like underneath and in the roots of a very large tree, which you realize is the glint of metal. That and the cameras appear to be the glint of metal that had been identified. What you're gathering around from looking at this location, this place has been here for a long time. We are talking probably in the span of decades, if not longer. Because whatever this bunker or this warehouse, whatever sort of facility this is, was built in tandem with this tree growing. It was built, and this tree grew over top of it without being disturbed. Which is like immaculate care for the environment around, making sure that and you suspect that the fact that this thing exists probably helps the tree by spreading its roots out and letting it get nutrients from a wider area around it. And also sort of anchoring it better into a wider area. But and you suspect it was probably designed, if you were to guess, you can sort of see like small grooves in the metal that were probably designed to help channel the roots in different directions. Very well designed to integrate with nature. Also fucking old. So if it seems likely that whoever built this knowing that they would probably not see whatever it was going to be used for in their lifetime. Because it is probably at least a generation or two old. And the contents within, uncertain, but getting entrance, there's a small access panel on the side of the door that is just like faintly covered with a draping of plant life that is hanging off one of these roots. The door itself is sealed, and the cameras are sort of like positioned in places that sort of unobtrusively rise around the roots so they can get a better view. Obviously this place was not just for whatever is being stored here, unless whatever was being stored here was found a long time ago, which is a possibility. But it definitely seems like if you were to hazard a guess, this place is probably some kind of hidden storage facility that the family just doesn't want people to know about for whatever they want to keep hidden and out of sight.
Okay.
And you are standing in the cameras.
Well,
Standing near the cameras now, move to one side.
yeah. It's an old storage facility. Looking around, do we see evidence of because we know that the eel group is maybe here, guarding stuff. Do we see evidence of people or any sort of indication there might be other entrances besides this one? Of movement of a group of people or anything like that?
You and Woya can roll me perception.
Cool. perception.
2 successes for me.
Also 2 successes.
Would either of you like to spend any mind on any of that?
I can. I'll spend a point of mine to get a.
Don't you only have one?
No, I didn't spend it on the.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. This is why. So that I
Fair.
can do this. Alright, so I get to roll another d12.
Yep.
Yeah. Hey!
Yay! With 3 successes, and a critical success on top of that, Tawasiki.
That's 4 successes then, actually.
Yeah, 4 successes total. Tawasiki, you realize that you're not seeing a lot of like ground-based activity, like around here. You're not seeing a lot of footprints disturbing the path or anything. And then you look up, and you realize that probably the only thing saving you right now is that no one's immediately checked the cameras or is looking directly for you, because there are probably 6 or 7 individuals in the trees, just sort of watching Woya specifically.
Oh. Okay, I have an update. Shit. Don't move, Leia. There's several people pointing at you. I think there's about 6 of them.
Where are
Up in the trees.
they? Quietly, I'm going to sign to Tala and Nadi, stay here. And I'm going to try to get up into a tree to try to get eyes on the people in the tree line to sort of get an idea of what exactly the situation is that from more of an outside perspective.
Then give me
Athletics to climb and then stealth, probably.
athletics and stealth.
I do have climbing gear, although I don't know if that matters.
Which will reduce the difficulty to 7.
Yeah.
If you want to use the gear.
Yeah, I mean, might as well. It's on my person. It's just like hooks on the gloves and stuff, right? So 4 successes. Hang on. Oh, that's subtracted from my dice pool, not from my. I just need to roll 1 more dice because it's for whatever reason it's subtracted from my dice pool, not from the SN. I ignore one failure per roll, so that's just a nothing. So 4 successes on the climbing check,
Now roll me stealth.
and then stealth. Five successes on the stealth,
Good.
and a critical
And with a
success.
critical success. And with a critical success in the stealth, as you sort of make your way up into the trees and move a little closer, you eventually manage to get a position slightly higher up, and with you get a view of what looks to be these several individuals sort of watching from above. You get the view that several of them are signing to each other from the treetops, sort of communicating quietly on the situation going on below. It looks like at the moment, because they haven't directly been given away, and they've seen one, they've heard the commotion and looked down and seen one person and not had reason to suspect there being a second one, have not tried actively looking for Tawasiki. Based on what you're catching of their signing, they're sort of communicating with each other about the one person who is down there, and trying to figure out what they're doing.
Okay. Via the telepathic link, Woya, look like you found something interesting, and then that basically leave. Look like you found something interesting, a curiosity, and then leave. You're not here to find them. You were just coming to see something that looked weird. Tawasikik, stay out of sight of the cameras and perfectly still.
All right.
So hearing this, Willia's gonna just sort of like look the building up and down a few times, and then like look off into the like look off into a random direction, and then like pretend to like she's gonna pull out that secondary eye, slide it over her head, and start walking off into the woods in a different direction.
Roll me deception.
And I'm keeping an eye
yeah.
on the people watching Woya to see what they do.
Oh no!
I'll spend a point of mind.
To make that a critical?
Yeah.
One success and roll again. If you spend 2 points of mind, you make it 2 successes, and then you'd have a total of 3 successes right now.
Alternate suggestion. Just let it be a failure because that's funnier and will lead to more interesting stuff.
I mean, a 3 might not, depending on what they have. If it's a contested roll, 3 might not succeed anyways.
Isn't the goal in role-playing games to fail all your rolls?
No.
We don't all roll like you.
Have I been playing
Well, actually-
role-playing games wrong this whole time?
Let me correct. Unless you're U or L, no.
No, L succeeds, I think, a frustrating amount of times for them.
Well, that's why failing is their goal, not necessarily what they do.
That's true.
So right now, 2 successes, unless you spend a point of mind for a third.
We'll leave it at 2.
Right. So with 2 successes, you sort of start to make your way out. The hand signals communicate further in the upper levels of this treetop, and you sort of get the gist of something along the lines. The communication goes somewhere along the lines of it's a possibility that this individual might just be an explorer, but one of you follow from a distance, and one of the people in the treetop sort of breaks off and sort of moves from treetop to treetop and watches to make sure that Woya is leaving the forest and going somewhere else.
Telepath.
That is not
Yeah.
suspicious.
Okay, so telepathically to Woya, don't head back towards Tala and Nadi. Keep going, break the tree line. One of them is following you. Break the tree line, head back towards the lake, circle around. Give plenty enough time for them to lose you before you try to head back towards Tala and Nadi.
I have a quick question on how the mental link works. Are we all like on an open channel at all times, or can it be directed? Or like
That is a
just-
really good question. Let me check.
Yeah, I was just curious.
If it's a choice, I'm on an open
Um,
channel right now, just so that everyone's aware of what's going on.
Mm.
But
I have a few questions, Shani, that will make this either very good or mediocre. Firstly, are there any large like branches that have fallen down recently that Woya could use to propel herself on her Yutsu sled?
Probably at least 1 or 2.
She will find one of those, and then she will dig in her pack, take out
So
some
from what
berries.
from what I'm reading, the connection allows for verbal communication between connected parties as though they were in the same room, regardless of distance or whether they could communicate verbally outside of this ability.
That
What I'm
sounds
gathering that
right.
means is while you can sort of like direct your conversation as if you were talking to someone in specific, everyone else is still in the room and thus will be able to hear.
No worries. I was just curious.
But Waya's gonna take some dried meats and some berries that she has in her bag, leave those, take one of the large sticks, find the nearest incline, flop down that Yutsu sled, and just go.
It's a telepathic Dolby Axon room. For any of you that remember Dolby Axon's existence.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. Oh, there it is.
So, go ahead and give me. I want to think what his role is going to be.
Piloting, not crash the Yutsu sled into a tree.
I feel like if you just crash it straight into a tree and then just sort of lay it, and like eventually they're gonna be like, no, this person's just too clumsy to be an actual threat.
Go ahead and
If-
roll me piloting. Yeah, we'll call
If
it that.
I show
A lot
blatant
of
failure,
slapstick. Yeah.
I'm sure though they will just overlook it.
Either that or you'll gather a crowd as it
Holy
becomes a
shit.
sort of a slapstick comedy for these people who are like, this is a really boring assignment.
What? Are,
All
why,
right, fuck you, roll 20.
why are you rolling Jeremy's dice, Julia?
Yeah,
I don't know, but he's more than welcome to
This
take
is-
them back.
this is
not the life I wanted.
This is gimmick infringement at this point.
Feel like this
Listen,
is Jeremy's
Caspian
fault.
did very well last night, so obviously tonight had to be a shit show.
This
Hello.
no, Holly. This cannot be blamed on me.
Can absolutely
am-
be blamed on you.
I take responsibility for my own dice curse. If y'all upset the dice gods in your own way and invite the
Ah.
curse upon yourself, if you open up the cursed whatever it is, then I can't stop you.
The cursed HTML application.
Just to see how badly this goes, please roll me an agility test.
Oh, by all means.
I
This
Double
can only
box.
get better.
I love
Double
that,
box. Now, if it fails, it's my fault.
Ah.
that we
Okay.
all
There
you
just
go.
we all just hear like a thud and a bunch of birds scatter out of a tree, and then I see hand signs going, "Oh no, they're just an idiot," and everyone just goes back inside.
So, this is your first time ever trying to ride on a Yutsu sled that you are propelling under your own power. And perhaps you have a little bit to learn about how steering that kind of situation works. And also, perhaps your Yutsu sled has not been intentionally slimmed down like Zin's has been.
Oh, I know these things.
Well, it's
Uh,
like Zen makes it look so easy. How could this be difficult? Hop on, she.
So perhaps it is not the most surprising when a slightly higher than normal jutting rock, and that is not like immediately in the path of the sled and thus would not be lifted over by the hover tracks, clips the side of the sled and sends it into an uncontrolled spin as it continues to move forward, which throws you off. But fortunately, you are able to like duck and roll and come into like you sort of like roll yourself into a sitting position as the sled sort of careens off to one side and like slowly comes to a rest as it sort of exits the bounds of the peripheral that it's supposed to be tethered to you in, and then like bobs back towards you and like almost comes running into you on like the slingshot rebound of getting too far away from you and then getting pulled back, and you sort of like have to put a hand out and stop it as you collect yourself.
That's better than option one, which I thought was where you're just gonna be like, Bayuta sled. As it just goes
I was
off
gonna
into the
say,
distance.
GIF.
Exactly.
Where? Oh.
Just gonna take the second eye off, look extremely perturbed, stand up, throw a few curses, flip the Yutsu sled back onto her back, and then start walking, just extremely pissed off, or pretending to be.
I will request one more deception roll.
Yep.
There we go.
She can fake angry. That's a thing she can do.
All right. With that, you make your way out of the tree line. Zin, after a moment, you hear the sound of that scout returning. And hand signs are exchanged, sort of detailing where the individual went, what they were up to on the way back. There is a couple of jokes exchanged at Woya's expense. But they seem to dismiss the experience as like an idle wanderer in the woods just going for a walk and finding this and heading out. You know, however, Zin, that will only last until someone checks the cameras.
Yeah. How many of them are there?
About 6.
Okay. Are they armed? Can I tell?
They appear to be, although they didn't seem to have drawn weapons even when they saw Woya, so they don't seem like violence is their first reaction.
Yeah.
At least not unless something comes in being threatening.
Are they? Does it look like they are staying where they're at and just sort of staying posted up, or are they going back inside the building or whatever?
They seem to be hanging out on the branches. They don't.
Okay,
They do not seem to go inside the building.
Okay. So yeah. Then over the telepathic link. All right, Woya, you're clear. Take the long route back.
It's understood. Also, you make this thing look way easier than it is.
Practice. All right, there are 6 of them. It looks like they are the outer guard. They're always here. They're not going back inside. Tawasikik. Quietly move away. Head back towards Nadia and Tala. Not the same way you came in.
Oh, I have an important question for the storyteller, which is,
Uh-oh.
yes,
That's never a good sign.
yeah,
That's always a good sign.
Laura always has the best questions.
Yeah. So, if I actively interfere with or attack another character, I become visible. If I tried to take a closer look at this keypad, could I do that without coming back into visibility?
I would say not. Yeah, I would say that it would not interrupt your invisibility.
Okay, I would like to have been doing that. Well,
While waiting.
falling off sled, etc. was happening. Taking a closer look, seeing if I can tell what buttons on it look worn, if there are buttons, kind of what this tech is, how we might be able to bypass it, potentially.
You can roll me computers. Or
Okay.
hacking if you have it.
I do not have hacking, but I do have computers. Damn it.
It's a keypad. Meh.
Okay. That's fair. All right. I am going to try and sneak back. stealth?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me stealth again.
Okay.
Yay.
3 successes.
Hey. That is not a botch, which means that there's no reason for anyone
Yeah.
to try and look for you on your way out.
Uh-huh.
You're invisible, so let me know when you're clear.
Clear.
Right. From my angle, can I just taking a look at the building? Can I tell if there are any other entrances, or if that's
Not
the only
that
one?
you can see.
Okay. 6 people, no entrance, no other entrances. Keypad. Does it look like it's? Does the keypad look like it's like a button keypad or like a card slide keypad?
It's a combination keypad.
Okay.
There are several buttons with different characters on them.
Oh, there's a bunch of buttons.
Yeah.
Right from behind your shoulder. And then I pop back into existence.
I hope you're not right behind me.
Yes, I am.
You have to climb the tree.
Oh, that's true.
I'm
yeah,
up a
never
tree.
mind.
I'm not on
Okay.
the ground.
Never mind. Never mind.
Does it so you said buttons with different characters on them? Is there like a key slide though? Like a card slide?
No.
No? Okay. So
Then that's hackable.
Yeah, this technology seems to be advanced but old. It's older than modern at like modern Cahokia time. It definitely seems like it could be bypassed if you just like got someone with any degree of hacking skill into it.
So yeah, over the telepathic link, keypad looks old. No card slide. All characters. Do we have the tools to bypass a lock like that on us?
I took a lot of classes and to train for our position. Computer skills is not one of them.
I can sometimes. No, that'd be hacking specifically, wouldn't it?
Like
Can
that kind of work would specifically be hacking.
Yeah. Can you do hacking with just computers as a skill, or?
You can attempt. The difficulty is harder, and you need more successes because
That's fair.
hacking
Yeah.
is very specific.
Sorry, correction. I actually am quite trained with computers, just not hacking.
Yeah.
I was looking at cybernetics,
Yeah.
which I am not trained in at all. I can do computer stuff. I'm not a hacker.
Okay. So even if we were to engage in a fight here with the exterior guards, we wouldn't be able to get into the building unless somebody could bypass the lock. So let's back. Oh, sorry, go ahead, Mara.
Could we just break the lock enough so that no one else can get in? If the other eels group can't like even get in the door and we divert the guards away onto something else, they won't have to clash.
I imagine the people that are inside can get out even if the keypad's locked, though. They have a camera. They're gonna have people inside that can watch the cameras.
All right.
So,
They didn't seem to notice me yet, so
Yeah.
no one's like looking at them right now,
that is
or
entirely
they're
fair.
not communicating with each other.
I'm not seeing any in to out communication right now, but I'm not going to assume that the inside is empty. Let's back up a bit and see if we can. Let's back up a bit out of the woods, and then we'll plan from there. I'm heading back to the others now, and I'm going to start making my way back. So that we're not on the edge of a potential combat while we discuss plans.
You make your way back to the lake. And I'll reconvene.
All right, so slightly messy, but we recovered fine.
It went well.
No, went well. All right, so ideas on getting through the door. Like Tawasi suggested, yes, we could theoretically break the lock, and if no one is inside, that would theoretically stop them from getting in, but that feels like a plan C or D or E at the very least, because I do not want to assume there's no one inside. Any other ideas?
Hard to draw whoever's inside out. There's those 6 guards, but if they think something's bigger's coming, or all of the guards to get diverted away,
Can you?
or I mean,
any ideas
just
on
wait.
any ideas on how to do that?
I could do a low flyby.
Fly low enough to rattle them and make them think that somebody's trying to do something?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's a possibility. Any other ideas? Like, we could just, knock out the people outside and interrogate them, but that feels like it wouldn't have good results, so...
And you did pick up, by the way, from your observation, Zin, that these are probably eels because all of them are wearing different animal masks.
I'll relay that as well.
We just want to draw their attention away from the door, right?
Yeah.
In a way that they won't be able to just send one person away with, because when they saw Woya and Woya left, they just sent one person to follow her.
Oh, never mind. I was thinking I could go out there and argue with someone.
Yeah.
No, they are professionals and they are good at not leaving the door unguarded.
How many of them are there?
6
Hmm.
that I saw.
There could be more.
We could, if we went in there as official Suyata business, it would get relayed back to the council member's family, and the council would get involved more than they already are. So that's not a plan.
Tawasikik and
Yeah.
or Woya, could
Mhm.
both of you give me intelligence or wisdom rolls,
Sure.
whichever is better?
They're the same for me. I'll do wisdom. Nope.
Woya, there was no sign of regular ground activity around the door.
Like no noticeable foot traffic in any way, shape, or form.
No disturbed leaves, no regularly trod grass paths. There is no sign that these eels really ever regularly go down to ground floor from the tree perch.
She'll send across the mental link. They're only using the trees to get in and out of that. They are not using the ground. There's no obvious sign at all of them having foot traffic at the base of this thing.
So either there's
So
another
I don't know if
entrance.
that-
So either there's another entrance, or they don't go inside at all. And Tawasi's right, there is no one inside.
Mm-hmm.
Or whoever's inside isn't an eel.
That could be true as well.
Are there any mounds nearby?
No, this is away from where the mounds are.
Okay.
That doesn't mean that this isn't technically a hidden,
Right.
untraditionally built mound. If they just took an area and built underneath and didn't build a traditional, typical sized mound,
Right.
it doesn't mean that it wasn't built individually like that. But this is not where there are mounds usually.
If there's another entrance, I wonder if there's a complex underneath the area. More than just the bit that's poking out.
Maybe. It looked old. There could definitely be more. down there then? Just that entrance.
I pull up my Nisa and like just if I can we like pull up just like an area map?
You can basically pull up the map that you have on screen.
Yeah, pull up the map, like sort of center it on the location where we now know there to be at one exit. Open it up, and then just sort of looking at it, I want to see if Zin is just doing this instinctually. He probably doesn't know how to do this technologically, so I'm going to explain the idea so someone else can hop in and probably help him do it. And he'll do that out loud. I want to see if there's a way to figure out based on a standard sized mound, if this is one entrance, where would others be? And he's looking at the map and trying to do that just mentally, but if someone else could do that technologically, that'd be great.
You can roll survival if someone else wants to roll computers.
I'll give it a shot. The computers isn't bad. Standard diff?
Yeah.
Well, my computers isn't bad, but my rolling.
I was gonna say, but it's still you rolling dice.
I'm going to spend 1 point of mine to make that 11 a crit as well, and I'm going to roll another dice.
I know that you can't spend mind to salvage a failure or a botch, but I am impressed with the fact that if I wanted to do so, it would take well over half my not inconsiderable level of mind.
So I should point out, the thing that you can't do is you can't turn a 1 into not a 1. You can still try and turn other dice into successes to counteract.
Like that's
Okay.
6.
Yeah, you turn that 6 into an 8 to make it flat.
I mean, if it's a choice between flat or a botch, I'm always going to pick the botch.
We know, yeah.
Fair.
Yeah, it would take 5 mine to turn it into actually 1 success, because you need 2 for the 6
Yeah.
and 3 for the 5.
Yeah, that would be half my mind, which is maxed out, and again is not a small amount of mine.
Yeah. No.
So with that upped, that makes my successes 4 on the survival roll.
Unfortunately, Nadi has accidentally somehow deleted part of your map.
No, he's deleted their
So-
own map,
Or
so it's no
something, I
longer
don't know.
popping up on their Nisa.
So Zin,
I like the idea. I'm not saying this is what it should be, but I like the idea that I was trying to like access more detailed information of the map and somehow connected with the security for this for the area, and basically basically did the digital equivalent of knocking on the door saying, "Hello, invaders here."
Someone tried to connect to your network.
You tried to
I
connect
got a
am
like
notification.
very willing for you to have left a digital signature
Do it,
on their
do
network
it,
if you want
do
that
it,
to be the
do it.
botch.
Do it.
All right, someone's going to be checking those cameras real soon when their network pings of someone trying to connect to it.
You just all hear in your heads, "Oops."
What did you do?
We so I would they might know we're here.
With your successes, Zin, if there is an underground facility, it is either very deep or very small, because you realize as you sort of took in that sort of door that was positioned under that tree, it was trying not to disturb this area that has all of these trees and wild nature, which means whatever they built is trying not to interfere with root structures of nearby trees. So it's either deeper than the roots go or small enough that it fits under that one tree's roots.
Right. So if there is a second entrance, it's not likely to be anywhere other than around that tree.
Pretty much.
Okay. All right. Well, if they're gonna know we're there,
Go time.
No. Let's get eyes on them again. I want to see how they react to having had an intruder in the area and having not noticed. Well, yeah, is your drone quiet enough that if you go in from the ground rather than from above the canopy, you could get it close?
How much noise does Red Falcon
It's a
make?
soft hum, but if someone's paying attention, they might hear it if it's too close.
I mean, if somebody is actively listening for it, it might be picked up, but otherwise I think I might be able to get in and out unscathed or noticed. I would much rather do this on a different model that isn't bright crimson, but this is what we've got.
What's the zoom factor on the camera? Like how far away can you be?
Times 8. It's not spectacular.
Okay, so yeah.
It's a retail model camera for a drone.
Yeah.
It's subpar, and if we wanted anything good, we'd have to upgrade. I can do that if given time.
I can go invisible again and get close.
My thinking is I would rather lose a drone than start a fight. At least right now.
I was gonna say it'll start a fight, it just won't be here.
Fair.
I can try to access the maps again.
Let's not do that.
Okay.
Just
wait, what did we let Naughty touch?
It was a good idea. It was a good attempt. It was a good idea. But
wasn't. Yeah.
Let's not repeat our mistakes.
I didn't mean to do it.
I understand, and I'm not mad.
Just disappointed.
He does not finish
I
the
was
thought.
gonna say that
He does not finish
those
the
other
thought.
two words just hang there.
They won't see me, and they weren't wearing like goggles or anything.
Yeah, so long as you're not caught on camera again.
I was gonna say,
I'm not the only one who fucked up here. I'm just saying. That's Sherby, not Naughty.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I would have
No.
loved for that to come from Naughty.
No.
Oh.
Naughty does not have that level of sass.
Let's drone and Tawasiki. Tawasiki invisible and drone as well under the canopy. Tawasiki, let the drone lead a good distance, so that if one of you gets spotted, it's the drone, not you.
All right. So if it's outside of an encounter, which is
the rest of us in the trees, because they're in the trees and looking down. We need to be in the trees and looking ahead.
yeah. So since this is outside of an encounter and we've been kind of talking, I can spend an additional point of soul just per hour past the first to stay hidden. So if I spend another point of soul, I'm assuming I can sort of make it. Hopefully.
If you want to keep that same roll.
I would like to. Yes, it was a very good roll. It's +4.
Not the stealth roll, the invisibility roll.
The invisibility roll. Yeah.
We're not
Wasn't
keeping the stealth roll.
Only 3.
No, it was +4.
Oh, was it 4? Okay.
It was it was
right,
pretty
because
good.
your stealth rank is only 1.
Yeah. I will bring that down one more.
I'm just saying that if someone's actively taking a look for you, which they might if they see you on cameras,
Yes.
the target number is only 5.
Yeah. But that was
That was all successes on your dice. I will be fair.
Yeah. It was a spirit I don't have a good spirit roll because reasons. I don't think I'm gonna get better than that, honestly.
Yeah. So you spend another point of soul and head back.
Yep.
Roll me another stealth check, and roll me a
Nope.
piloting check for the drone.
And the rest of us, the idea is the rest of us are going to go into the tree line and up in the trees.
There we are.
Much
5.
better. There we go.
Julia?
I'm sorry. I'm gonna admit ADD took over for a minute. I have
Okay.
blanked for the last few minutes. What is happening?
No worries. Go ahead and roll a piloting check for the drone.
Thank you. Okay, not bad. 2 successes. I'd like to spend a mind to make that 11 a critical.
Roll another d12.
7, so just the 3
Yeah, 3
successes.
All right.
Nice though.
Second attempt doing better.
Yeah, because Way isn't sneaking this time. She's letting the robot do it. Not that she's bad, but
Drone's agility and endurance are 3 and 2, which means its physical defense is 5. Its body is also 5.
My physical defense, if
Oh, no,
it
its strength is 1, its
matters,
body is
is
6.
13 right now because of Chameleon Shine.
Yes.
I am hard to aim at.
Nice.
So, just going to roll. Fair enough. And then three plus 1, so 7.
Ooh.
So, well, yeah.
mm-hmm.
As you're sort of flying this thing through, trying to find a location, there's a soft whir, and a mag sling shot grazes one of the wings and sort of sends the drone wobbling as it is going through the air.
My chair
as
gives
it
way.
takes a point of damage. What is your reaction?
That's a great question. Can I? I know it's very difficult since I am just in the ocular. Like I am seeing through the eyes of the drone and unable to see the actual chassis. Is there a way for me to assess damage?
Not from here.
Okay, I figured. Worth a shot though.
You do know damage has been sustained. There are readouts indicating that this thing has taken a hull breach.
Yeah, we're gonna pull out. She is going to she's just going to retreat. She's actually going to make it fly west away from her when retreating.
You've been spotted, so you don't really have to care much about disturbing the canopy, so you sort of breach it up and away to the west.
And she will announce to the group, I have been spotted and have sustained damage. I might be able to take another hit for another pass, but they have spotted me and they have made it clear.
That's fine. Tawasi, what are you saying?
So with your stealth check, Tawasikik, you're sort of closing in on the location when you see the drone take a shot from the trees. And you see, as you sort of look up, you see one of those masked individuals sort of like holding a mag sling, tracking where the thing is running off to, seeing if they need to take another shot, but it looks like they seem to have deterred it and they sort of lower the sling.
Okay.
Meanwhile, you see another one of them in the trees, sort of looking at Anissa, checking things. And you see them look up, and you just sort of faintly hear from the treetops there was a second one.
Well, I saw it get clipped. They shot it. I don't think they're pursuing. I think they just saw the video footage.
You're not in line with the cameras, are you?
No?
Not at this point.
Okay.
So the
It's possible they didn't see the video footage and are just aware that somebody just tried to hack in. Even though I didn't try to hack in, that's just what happened.
Oh.
one of them is looking at Anissa and just says out loud to everyone else in the group that there was a second one, however you interpret that. And the rest of the guards sort of like fan out in different directions, sort of trying to look around and on more active alert at this point.
They're fanning out. Are they staying within like hearing or
Yeah, they're all keeping like within visual and audio range of each other, so that no one is caught unawares. But they're all like facing outward rather than inward right now.
Okay. I don't think they've seen me again this time, but they're on the lookout.
Okay. Can you, since you're underneath them, can you get closer to the tree itself and give it a look over without being spotted?
I think so. I'll try. And I would like to try and get closer.
The rest of us keep eyes on the tree line. Make sure none of us are getting spotted while we're out here.
That's not enough to have a reason to look past your stealth score. So you managed to get up to the door of the tree. You can go ahead and roll me investigation if you want.
Yes, please. Let's see. Four successes.
You learn a couple of things. There's a critical success in there. One, this is the only man-sized entrance in and out. Two, there are, as you sort of get a glance around, there are small tube-shaped ventilation shafts dotted throughout the area, sort of planted around where they can be easily allow airflow in and out of whatever is underneath here.
Okay.
3, you learn that the keypad itself has not seen any use in a while. It's sort of gathered a bit of dust. It does not look like this door has been opened for some time. We're not talking like years, but we are talking like weeks or months.
Yeah. Okay. Huh.
Also, clearly they have poor custodial skills if they have not walked by to dust their
It's
Number
outside.
pads.
It's outside. This is the only
No
entrance.
excuse.
There's like ventilation shafts and stuff. Does that give me a rough idea of how large, like, whatever chamber or
You would
structure is
probably
under
guess
here?
no more than like a 20 or 30-foot square. It's a relatively small room on the
Okay.
inside.
I will. It's just like a small room. I don't think anything's been put in here. Or if it has, it's been here for a while, which doesn't make sense if it's like a thing that they just acquired and need to protect.
To be clear, this whole contract started a few weeks ago.
Okay. All right. No one's been visiting, so it's definitely not
Whatever it is, it's been in there
something
since
alive.
Or it could be. They have ventilation shafts.
Or not something they're worried about.
Yeah, whatever is down there, they seem to have dropped it there and not come back to check on.
Yeah.
Or this is all some weird kind of setup.
Yeah. This is the only way in, though. This is the
Alright.
only door.
With that knowledge, let's back off. See what we can. See if we can find any more information somewhere else. We don't have enough to. We don't have enough to actually try to break in there right now. And the objective here is to avoid the eels getting hurt. So. Unless anyone else has a idea that we could look into while Tawasiki is still there.
Why do you have a smaller drone that could fit in these? They're like size-wise. Are these big enough for a drone to go into? These
Yeah,
ventilation.
very, very small drone because they're like not even golf ball sized.
Okay.
We'd have to buy a drone, if there is a drone that small. Most likely.
Hmm.
So we're just trying to get this. We're trying to take it
We're trying to find out
so
what
that
it
they
is.
stop finding over it. Okay.
Yeah, we're trying to find out what it is first, so that we know.
And then
what to do about
probably
it.
take it.
Possibly, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My thought was that if there are ventilation shafts, then there's something in there that needs to breathe, so smoke them out. But then if the thing that we're after is a living thing that needs to breathe, then we've just fucked it up. So that's a bad idea.
Can we get a communication device in there?
Could my Nisi fit in there?
No.
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 Like I said, the ventilation shafts are smaller than like golf
Nieces
ball
are big
size.
know to be on your wrist.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're
I
going
didn't know
Right.
if they were foldable. Like you just sort
But
of
can
roll
we
it
get,
up
like-
and just sort of.
Can we leave and get like another communication device in there?
Yes, you could get like
Yeah.
like a camera wire, like a small camera on an optic cable that you could slide through one of the ventilation shafts or something.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm looking something.
What I'm thinking. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking is we retreat, we recover some of our spent resources, repair Warrior's drone, get like a fiber optic camera, and then come back at night. and
I
try
mean,
again.
I can build a smaller drone with a flexible
Shawnee.
camera arm. That's not a problem. I just need time.
Shawnee, I have a rules clarification question.
Yes.
I understand that it would be almost impossibly hard,
But
if I make the assumption that there is a mind in there and I try to connect to it, can I even roll for that?
Let me check on the wording of Raven's.
Nothing in here that I am seeing says you have to know so that you have to know it's in there, but
A
it
character
also
cannot
very
connect
much
to a
might be.
stranger unless they can see them. Once you
Where's
have
that?
connected to a mind, they can reconnect without them being inside. So,
Okay, fair enough.
To make the
missed where
initial
that.
connection with a new person, you do have to be able to see them. However, I would say seeing them through a camera counts.
Right. We need to shove a camera in there.
Yeah, so we need to go get a camera to shove it in there. Okay.
I might have. Like, I keep bringing it up, but it's solely because I have most of the parts. I can just throw it together.
I mean, if it can be quite small and quiet enough to be unnoticed, that'd be great. But like a fiber optic camera is something that Tawasi could just carry up, connect to Anissa, put down, and then we all see it.
That is true.
This may be a terrible idea, but is there any way we think a more direct approach might work?
Not without risking a fight, which is the thing we're trying to avoid. Not that I can think of, anyways.
All right.
I'm assuming that these vents do not. There's no way you can get any kind of look inside without putting a camera inside.
Probably not. They're designed like with like a slight, like a thin grate over them, so that like wild animals don't crawl in there, and so that plant life doesn't just grow into them and
Fair
stop
enough.
off into the airflow.
I was really looking forward to saying, "Look, we saw about a millimeter's worth of finger. Does that count for me having seen?"
Just stick your eye up to the ventilation shaft. No.
I saw a shadow of someone. Does that count?
Right. All right.
Exactly.
Fair
With
enough.
that, as you sort of back off and try and reconvene and prepare to make your second pass at this, or third pass technically at this point, that's where we're gonna take a break.
Those of you that are watching live, please stay tuned for these commercial messages. And remember, when we take our break, you take yours. So stand up, stretch your legs, move around, do whatever you need to do, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. We're back. A dinosaur
A
story.
dinosaur story.
Protozoa's story.
Ooh.
A
You
Krakoa
reconvene.
story.
No.
Prokaryote story.
A Krakoa story is an entirely other system
Fair.
that I will run at some point.
All right, so you reconvene.
All right. Let's head back to Tawasik. I'll come with you and help you get the Sunwing back.
All right.
Let's
Are we
head-
going all the way back or can't?
Well, I don't, is there a place in Matawi that we can get what we need?
Will ya? Can you do the camera right now? Or they're gonna take a while? Oh, we were talking about doing it at night.
Yeah, we'll need to come.
But-
we'll
Yeah.
wanna come back. Let them get down from their state of alert and come back at night.
Yeah.
All right.
But I mean, if there's a place in Matawi that we can get what we need as far as putting together a camera, then we can spend the time there. But otherwise, figure.
I might have to shoot over to Chiza just
Yeah.
to grab some things, but
I figure head back over to Nabanamo and Shiza and rest, recuperate, get ourselves out, and then come back towards dusk.
Waya, would you like me to come with you?
yes, every time you walk into that parts shop, I get discounts. So yes.
Sounds good.
This Sunwing can only seat 2, right, Tazi?
Yeah.
So, Nadi, you want to go with them?
Okay.
Let us know when you've got. We can
I saw that look.
drop the mind link now.
Okay.
Let us know. Just message on the Nisa when you all have what you need, and we'll find a place to go back up.
Okay.
Break.
You split up. Wuya and Tala are headed for a market or headed for a part shop in Chiza,
And Nadi.
Hmm?
and Nadi. All right, so the three of you make your way to the Chiza.
Ow.
Wait, I'm
What-
sorry. Why is Nadi coming with us?
Because the Sunwing only seats 2.
Because you
It's
drew
a racing
you,
Sunwing. It's not. There's
you
not
drew
extra
short
passenger room.
straw. That's why.
Yeah.
Because
You were slow on the draw and didn't suggest that Naughty go with the other group. So
I thought that was the original suggestion that Zen made.
Yep.
I am sorry. As a player, I didn't realize.
Nope.
So I like to think Tala doesn't realize either until Nadi starts following them.
It's just
Yep.
really
until Zen and
relieved to
Tawasikik
not
are
be
already
flying.
gone.
Yeah. Yeah, she just turns. What are you doing?
I'm coming with you.
Why?
Is that what was said?
Because Sunwings only seat 2 people.
Ugh.
I don't have to. I can go back to the barracks. It's fine.
I don't mind if you tag along. It's fine.
She shoots
Uh,
away a look.
Very pointedly not looking at Tala.
Very pointedly looking at Tala.
Ugh. She's staring down Waya right now.
I love that we've turned this around from Nadi being annoying to Tala being a bitch.
She's nice to nice people who don't annoy her.
Well, Naughty, how much do you know about how much do you know about computers and mechanics?
Look, normally I'm actually pretty good with computers.
Are you?
But yes.
I'm the worst. I'm sorry. Naughty's adorable. I'm the worst.
Normally, I'm pretty
Well,
good with computers. I'm not a hacker. But
neither am I.
and what was the other part?
Just tech in general.
I'm good with computers.
Honestly, that's enough at
Okay.
certain points. I need to do as many repairs on this thing as I can. She says, holding up the. How bad is the damage, boss?
One of the wings is a severe gash through it.
Okay, we can fix
It's
that.
probably going to lose some mobility without some repairs.
It just needs. It's 1 point of damage.
Nice
It-
coat of paint and some love. It'll be fine.
It
That's
might
your
only have.
sister's,
It
isn't
might
it?
only have 5 hit points, but it's.
It sure is. And this is like the third drone of hers that I've broken, so I'm in for an earful. It'll be fine.
No, let's get it fixed as we possibly can, and maybe she doesn't have to know.
Oh, she'll know. You know she'll
I
know.
love your optimism.
I-
It has fueled my insight forever.
I try.
So, the three of you make your way down to the Chizu. It's into the afternoon now. The markets are bustling. You're headed for a parts shop. You walk in. There is a gentleman with his hair sort of pulled back and a workman's gloves on, sort of fiddling with a gat as it is printing out what looks to be a junction box for like a wiring for cable wiring that someone had requested. There are parts all over the walls that he's just sort of crafted in his spare time. As you walk in,
It's all over the shop.
lifts up the goggles that he's wearing. Ah, Woya, Tala, it's good to see you again. And a new friend.
Hi.
This is Nadi. They are in our Calypso.
A pleasure to meet all of you. What can I do for you? Based on how you introduced yourself, this sounds like Suyata business.
Yes and no. The personal side, she will say, putting the drone on the counter, is need to do some repairs or my sister's going to skin me alive.
Well, yeah, have you been using your sister's drones for official business?
Potentially. She knows I asked.
You know you could always
This
just
time?
get a drone.
Yes, but it's so much easier. You know what? No, it wasn't easier. This time it was much worse.
In
Has she
any
talked to
event,
you about what she's done to this thing? Like she'll take out the second eye. Like, put that on. Just have fun.
Red Falcon. Oh yes, I remember this story.
Anyway, I also am coming for telescopic flexible armatures. I need night vision camera, and she'll just start listing off all the parts to get whatever she needs for the stealth camera operation with Tawasiki.
All right, I can print all of those. Do you want them separate or in an individual configuration? It sounds like you're trying to build a spider drone.
Yeah. That's a thing?
It's a rarity, not typically built. It's for obvious reasons. Espionage is not that common of a thing. But small drones equipped with spider legs for operating on most surfaces and small cameras for transmitting information are within the capabilities of being built.
Then yeah, that's definitely what we're gonna be doing.
All right, I can print that drone for you if you want, or the individual parts.
How long are we talking?
Something, it's rather complex but relatively small, so a couple of hours.
She'll just pull up her Nisa and then fire off a text to Zin and say, I potentially have a drone that we can use after it gets finished being printed. How long do you think we have before we need to make this thing go?
How long do we? How long is it until dusk?
Mid-afternoon, you got some hours.
I will send back like a time that is 10 minutes after dusk.
Oh, okay. That's a lot less passive aggressive than what I would have done, which would have just been pulling up the sunset time on my Google Calendar and being like, screenshot
That's
send.
because Zin is not passive aggressive. Zin just wants everybody to do their best and not die. Hopefully doing their
We're
best
gonna try.
means not dying, but
Beggars can't be choosers, said.
right, exactly.
Yeah, she will say that she definitely has the time. She'll put down the funds. And yeah, we'll get that printed for her.
Because you are wealth rank 3, I believe.
Hold on.
I believe everyone is starting wealth rank 3.
Oh, no, our wealth rank is 4.
Is it 4?
Yeah, starts at 4, but Woya might have like the wealth.
Woya
just makes the rolls easier. It doesn't
Yeah.
make the.
Yeah, she has the financial gift, level 2.
All right,
but
because
starting
wealth rank is 4, you can just get this. Yeah, it's not a problem.
Okay. Also, since I am here, first off, what's this individual's name and pronouns?
Pronouns are he, him, and I should always have the Chahi name generator up.
Are you saying that you don't have names established for every person in this city?
Yes. Their name is Kitagi.
This is my shocked face.
That is spelled as such in chat.
I was way off.
As was I.
That was close.
My spelling was much more Asian persuasion style of spelling.
Same.
Okay. So,
that's the Pokemon.
I'm working on a project, and I think you can help me with it. I might be able to get it working in the next day or two. I am looking to build a cybernetic implant for myself.
Right. What are you needing from me?
Mainly, I don't have the chassis. I'm thinking of building something to enhance. I am not a distance runner, and I'm not anybody who is physically capable. So a booster to that would be fantastic.
Looking for leg augmentations.
Yeah.
You could possibly build a frame around that. I don't recommend doing surgery on yourself.
No, unfortunately, I can't do that, but
I would bring the finalized product out to Hapaki Minidon if you're looking to have it installed.
Which is
but
a place, not a person.
we could probably build the framework. What are you looking? Are you looking for full leg replacement or augmentation?
Oh, we're gonna start with augmentation before we start replacements. I am not ready to dive into being a cybernetic junkie. I am not there yet.
Fair enough. Perhaps reinforced exoskeleton slot into cybernetic joints to lock in and augment performance.
That sounds fantastic. I think I know all of that. It's just getting it together and actually building
This would
the
obviously
thing.
require an amount of internal surgery to create the interfaces for the augmentics to for the augmentation to interface with your physiology, but he sort of starts sketching what basically looks like an exosuit frame, just like metal bars that like line up along your legs and hips and like augment on various levels. It can just sort of be externally attached and detached from what he sort of designs are like interface ports like on the sides of the knees, upper hips, ankles, kind of thing.
All right. Yeah, I don't know about the other two. She is fascinated by this, and it is very obvious she is hyper-focused into this. So if you do not drag her out of this shop, she will stay here until it's time to do that stealth mission.
Nadia is too polite to impinge.
I got that impression from them.
Yes.
Tala's not.
I was going to say, it's up to the to do it.
Yeah, she's
sorry,
my
it's up to
childhood
the
best
what?
friend.
It's up to the what to do it?
I said nothing. You self-identified that character as such earlier.
I think that was a legitimate question because it didn't sound like it came through on our end.
No, it actually was a legitimate question, but
Oh.
I thought that might be what you said. That's also why I was asking, though. It was a little bit of the both. I heard part,
Beautiful.
but yeah,
Also, to be fair, it was Sen that identified that, right?
Yeah, that was me.
it was. I did not. I didn't.
That's my
argue.
bad. I thought you said being. Is she being? I feel like the. Anyways.
I was saying no. She's nice. She can be nice to anyone else.
That's not a
That's
denial.
my.
That's a
That's my
deflection.
misunderstanding.
But yeah, so after a while, well, yeah,
She's looking up from schematics. Yeah, what's up?
we do need to get going at some point.
Right. We should also. She'll check her Nisa. Yeah, we should probably also eat. It's been like 7 or 8 hours now.
That'd be awesome. Yeah.
Oh,
all right. Let's do that.
Your print is done. He says he sort of pulls out of the got this sort of like small fits in your palm little spider drone and hands it off.
How much work does she have to do to get that camera operating in that?
It's already been put together.
Oh,
so you
fantastic!
Need to interface it with your Nisa, basically.
Fantastic.
He was sort of, as the got was printing parts out, he was just sort of idly taking parts out and putting them together while talking about schematics. So you guys go and get food.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Drag her away. Feel like at some point she just like grabs her by the collar. Come on.
Yeah, she's used to this at this point.
Sub number what?
So, You guys go and get some food. Meanwhile, Zin and Tawasiki, what are you two up to?
Driving the Sunwing back.
Yep.
I have to do that.
You
I'm
bring
gonna make a
Sunwing
check
back
for
to
it
the-
again.
Back to the club where you had taken it from.
Yes. I feel like I need to keep making the checks. Still.
Go ahead.
Okay. She's getting used to it again. And I'm gonna do it with each new person, basically. That's what I feel like. Piloting. Hey.
Hey.
Have you ridden a Sunwing before?
I'm gonna say yes, but not a racing one.
Okay. Yeah, so she goes faster this time because I think it would have been shared.
Oh yeah, no.
probably.
Zin is unbothered by the speed. He enjoys it. It's fun.
Yeah, yeah. She's concentrating on that.
Mhm.
That's not talkative.
He's fine. He's concentrating on not being obtrusive to you while you're flying.
Okay.
While I'm listening for the oven to be.
Yep.
But yeah, no. He's just helping out, co-piloting as much as needed, and when not needed, just keeping his eye out the window and enjoying the view.
So you drop off the vehicle. You make a quick flight back to the club where you store it.
Yep.
Drop it back off. Is there anything else that you guys are doing before meeting back up in the evening to attempt run number 3?
Sign over food.
Are you gonna try? Are you trying to cook again?
What do you mean?
Are we going out somewhere?
What do you mean trying?
You keep trying to feed us all the time.
I like to cook.
I know.
Would you prefer getting something else?
Yes.
Okay, let's go get something else.
Okay.
Something less
The
spicy.
two groups head out to get food, presumably
It's
at
not
different
the
restaurants.
spice level.
Presumably different levels. Yeah, get food.
No,
and,
we have to
and
go all the way back to the house and go and do that and then go out again. And it's a whole thing every time.
on the way to get food. How are you feeling after the mission?
It's not done yet.
Not yet, but we're sort of on a pause. Part 1.
I'm impatient. Let's get back out there.
Well, we'll wait till the sun goes down.
I know.
What do you think's down there?
Maybe something living.
That's what
It's
I'm
weird
thinking.
that no one's checked on it. I hope it's alright. If it's living. Maybe it's a plant of some sort, or like a fungus. It doesn't have sun. Could also just be an object. Probably an object.
My
It's the
fear,
most-
my fear is that it's a person.
Oh shit! We could have. Oh. You could have dropped something down one of the ventilation tunnels and see what happens.
In the event that it's not, in the event that it is a person, I'd rather our first thing to go down the ventilation tunnel be a camera. Because if it's more than just one room and the person on the other side is not friendly, that tells them somebody's dropping things down the ventilation shafts.
It didn't look like it was more than one room.
If.
Fine.
Oh, and that's the oven. I'll be right back.
Okay.
The two of you get food. we will reconvene with the group of you after Sen gets back. Is there anything that any of you needed done before meeting back up?
Not that I can think of.
Assassinate Naughty. Beyond that, I'm good.
Can I try and get a mag sling or something? Actually, I think I have I have bows, ranged weapons. Can I get a weapon?
Do you not have a magbo?
No, I don't.
Oh, let's get you a weapon.
Yeah.
So, Tawasiki suddenly realizing maybe I need more than just my hands.
You can get a superior recurve bow without a roll because it's only cost rank 4. But if you want a mag bow, it will be cost rank 5, which means you'll have to roll for it.
I'll try and roll for it. Let's see what happens. What kind of roll am I making?
Wealth roll diff 8.
Let me make sure I know the mechanics of wealth roll real quick.
Yep.
Do you have any like financial gifts?
No.
Hmm.
I have a mild level of fame, which I could use, possibly.
Yeah, possibly. Fame might help. Who knows? Leverage your fame. Do you
She's
have?
not gonna do it on
Do you have?
automatically though.
Do you have like a signature like hand sign that you do when you're racing?
Yeah, I would say so.
If you want to get something that is your wealth rank +1,
Okay.
you can either make a wealth check and take on some debt, or you can make it a short-term goal.
I'm full up on short-term goals, so I am going to try and make that check.
And yeah, if you want to acquire something that is your wealth rank, I should have asked for a check for the drone, but I forgot to. But whatever, we'll go with it for now. So yeah, go ahead and make a wealth check. It's a number of dice equal to your wealth rating, which is currently 4, and you need 5 successes to actually be able to get the bow, even taking on some debt.
Okay. Is there a way to roll off of your wealth off of this sheet? I don't think so. Oh, there it is. Yeah. All right. And you said success number is 8 still? Yes.
It's normal. It's a normal DN8 or SN8, but you need 5 successes.
Okay. Well, let's find out.
Real
Hey.
Are we doing long enough rest, by the way, to recover mind? With just getting food
I would
and
say
stuff?
you can make a short rest roll. You can make a recovery check.
Yeah. Which is, what do we roll for the recovery check?
Recovery checks are
The third column stat?
I believe yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and recover some mind here.
If you have enough mind, you can turn one of those 8s into a 12 to get enough successes.
Yeah.
And
Would this be happening before or after my...
I would say you can do it after.
Okay. I'm gonna see if I can recover any.
And
Here
a success
first.
means you get your wisdom in mind back?
No, success means that you just get one per success back.
Got
Okay.
it.
You get your wisdom in mind back when you do an extended rest.
Alright.
Yeah, when you do a long rest, you get a flat number plus the roll.
Gotcha.
Alright.
And
so
you
I'm
can
at-
do that roll for all 3 of your stats.
I'm not down anything else right now.
Oh,
To get the
Kawasaki is
8
down soul, so
Yeah. To get the 8... Oh, I am done mine still, too. Let's see. To get the 8 up to a 12? Ugh.
You're trying to recover mind? I don't know if it makes sense to spend mind to recover mind.
I know.
no, on the wealth roll.
Oh, on the wealth roll.
Yeah. It'd be 4. I'd be down to 1. That's probably not a good idea.
That seems risky. Especially when you can just get a recurve bow for free.
Yeah.
Well, you can get a recurve bow for a roll without incurring debt.
Yeah.
In fact, that roll is enough to get a recurve bow without incurring debt.
Okay. Let's just do that. I'm fine with that.
Or rather, you can get a recurve bow for no roll. You can get a superior recurve bow with that roll.
Okay, I will get a superior recurve bow then. Blech.
Yeah.
Stats
Which
for
is
that are on
page 237.
Yep, 237.
Okay.
So, with that bit of shopping done, and anyone who needs to can roll wisdom to try and regain mind, taking a short rest.
And willpower to regain soul.
Yes. But with that in mind, as you all reconvene, presumably on the bridge from Nahikongi to Papanchin.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere over here.
They reconvene at dusk.
You all return and greet each other. Tawasikik has acquired a recurve bow. And Woya has acquired a spider drone.
Actually to Zen, we
Mhm.
think we should take the Sunwing back in case there needs to be a quick exit, or
It would only be a quick exit for 2 of us.
yeah.
I mean, you can take it back.
True.
We can take it back if you want, but it's dark, so I feel like it's not going to be. It's not going to be more effective than it would be otherwise.
All right.
All right.
You all regather.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone rested and filling up to this?
Yes.
Yes.
Sure.
As ready as we can be, I guess.
All right. Let's reestablish the link, Nadi.
Here we go. It is div 5. Yep, that's everyone.
All right. Well, yeah. What's the distance that you can control that drone at? Same as the other one or shorter?
About the same.
It's about the same, give or take like 10, 15 feet.
Okay. So, my thoughts on approaching. Same thing as we did last time. Everyone on the tree line, up in trees. Tawasikik invisible, on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Tawasikik carries the drone in, puts it over the ventilation shaft, lets us know. You take control of the drone, you pilot it down. See what we see.
If there's a person in there, I would have to drop ours, but I can, as long as I see them, I can try to talk to them.
Can we connect the visual from your drone to our Nisus?
Yes, 100%.
Woya will have it connected to her Nisa in the first place.
I can broadcast if that's something we want. To at least our network.
Just to us, not to Tawasikik, because I don't want to give Tawasikik away.
Yeah.
That's fair.
All right.
All right.
So
I'll get ready.
Obviously sneaking in. Nadi, myself, and Tala keeping an eye out for anyone attacking us on the edge. Voya focusing on the drone.
All right, here we go. Activating
Let's go.
Chameleon Shine. Oh no.
Whoops.
Save
Oh
another
boy.
soul and try that again.
Yeah, let's try that. So that was one. Let's do this again.
What happens
Here
when
we
you crit
go.
fail an ability activation?
I don't know.
Let me check Chameleon Shine real quick, because they usually say.
Like, bad news. My chameleon shine is short-circuited.
Does not have an obvious issue, so just try again.
Okay, let's try that again. There we go. 4 successes.
You want to spend 1 point of mind to make that at minimum 5 successes and possibly 6?
Sure. That sounds like a good use. All right,
Roll
let's
another
check.
D12.
Hey.
Roll another D12.
Yeah, because it explodes. So, 7 successes.
Beautiful.
Yes.
So we're at 8. Difficulty to see me. I am invisible. Wahaha.
It is now a standard difficulty check to try and see you, yes.
All right. And stealthing in here.
Roll stealth.
2 successes.
they got 1 success.
No. Have to roll again, but don't get any of it. It's okay. You get the sense as you approach that they're a little more alert, and they seem to sort of something spooks at least some of them, and they get the idea that there is potentially something around. But looking around, they do not appear to be able to pierce through your shot. So,
Okay.
while they get the idea that someone is there, they cannot see you specifically.
All right, they're on edge, but I haven't been spotted. Jones in position.
All right, Voya, go.
Itsy bitsy spot.
All right.
Down the ventilation shaft.
I
let's see,
assume-
what we
Yeah.
can
Itsy Bitsy Spider
rhyme
going
it.
down the shaft is definitely a different rhyme. One you might find at some furry conventions.
Rolling pattern.
When Julia's recovered.
As
she
the-
can-
As the resident furry in the call, I take offense.
you're
and
not the
right,
you're not
but,
the only furry in the call.
Oh, fantastic! Good to know. 2 successes.
Alright, so with 2 successes, you sort of like flip the little vent like shield off the ventilation shaft and crawl in, close it back down, climb the spider down, and the spider sort of carefully makes its way down this ventilation shaft and then drops a brief distance and lands, and sort of starts to move around, turns on the light that's put in on the inside because this place is completely dark. And looking around, this is a very small, sparse, metallic room. There does not appear to be much in the way of adornment. There are 4 walls. There's the back wall that has the door on it with the panel to open it. And dead center in the middle of this room is a tall, like slightly taller than average human height. No, slightly taller than very tall human height. Black cylinder. With sort of like red power lines sort of traced along the front of its surface that sort of draw together into a vertical seal on the dead front of the cylinder. And also which there are 3 symbols marked in these power lines on the front of this cylinder that are in a script that you do not recognize. It is not Chahi. It is not any language that you have ever heard of. Or visual reference, assuming this thing actually... Hang on, let me turn off my virtual background for a second.
Did we just find the Zohar?
Visual reference.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay.
Okay.
Except that's red instead of green, I assume. You said?
Yeah, red instead of green, basically.
So, Boy is broadcasting this feed to everyone but Tawasikik.
Look, do I have any idea what this might be?
Fuck if you know.
Yeah. Well, that is not what I expected to find.
I'm gonna be really honest. I was expecting a person in a cage.
Yeah, me too.
So this is a lot better.
I'm gonna try to connect with the mind anyways. You never know.
You
I
drop
mean-
the Raven's Call, roll me another Raven's Call.
Try fair.
Obviously, this doesn't count as friend. Does it count as enemy?
No.
So just kind of straight roll then. Fair enough.
Is Raven's Call not the sort of ability that tells you if
7
you're trying to...
successes.
You make a connection to some kind of mind inside the cylinder.
Oh
There's something
no!
in there.
It
You're
doesn't
kidding
seem
me.
like
Hi.
it's awake.
I am reaching out and trying to wake it up.
That's a bad idea.
It seems
I
like
know. Jeremy knows.
So you reach in and try and make contact. It seems like something in the whatever is containing it is keeping it asleep.
With 7 successes, I realize that there isn't a super success version of this. I'm
There is
just going to
actually,
throw it
with
out there.
critical success on Raven's Call, you can implant suggestions, but you need to
Well,
get a
yes,
critical
but I'm
success.
not trying to do that. With uber success, can I still make contact and communicate through, like, dream?
You can say things. If this person is not familiar or not awake enough to respond, they will not be able to respond back.
Okay.
If it is a person.
I'm going to say, hi, I'm Nutty. I don't know who you are, and you will probably. I'm hoping that you will understand this information once you wake up. But you're apparently trapped in a big cylinder right now. With strange symbols on the outside, and I'm guessing you shouldn't be in there, although maybe you should, but I'm gonna guess not. So we will try and get you out, or at least I will, and then I will probably argue with the rest of my group, and we will see how that goes. But hi. Hopefully I can say hi again when you're conscious, and then we can have a good conversation, and you don't just have woken up and immediately start killing things. Bye.
I'm gonna really quick make a roll.
Okay. Please tell me that somehow woke it up.
So you don't wake whatever it is inside up, but you do like almost instinctively sort of drift back some surface thoughts. That aren't really like coherent sentences. They're more like individual phrases and ideas.
Okay.
And you pick up phrases, and these almost seem like they're coming to you as if being translated from a different language. Because it almost
Okay.
seems like
Hold on just a
whoever
sec.
this is does not speak Chahi.
Right.
As you pick up
Yep.
a drift.
Okay.
Sinking. Stasis.
Okay.
Far from home.
Okay.
We found
That's it.
we found a Viking cryopod.
No, do we?
So I blink a couple of times. I'm gonna pull. Just give a final buy and then pull back. So there's a person in there who's far from home and is asleep.
I put a hand over your mouth and tap the side of my head before you can finish talking. Because you haven't reestablished a psychic connection to us yet.
Right. That's actually a fair point, and I feel like they would just instinctually do that
Yeah,
anyway.
there you go.
Back down to diff 5. 8
Oh,
success.
yeah.
There we go. All right.
Yeah.
So yeah. So all of that. They're asleep. It seems like they are in some sort of a forced sleep situation, and we should definitely get in there and free them because that doesn't sound legal.
Do we have a concept of cryostasis in Cahokia?
I don't think so. If I'm being totally honest, I don't think stasis pods or cryosleep is a thing that Cahokia even considers to be a thing.
This is one of those things where that's such a sci-fi concept. I have no idea if it is based in something that would never have come to the Americas without colonization or not.
I am fairly certain that without colonization, the idea of cryostasis is not even in Cahokia's central ideas. But long sleep, sleep is definitely a thing.
I was going to say, considering that medical is up to current, induced comas probably
like induced comas, definitely a thing.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So yeah.
So forced.
We need to get in there and wake them up.
Yeah, like forced sleep and induced comas is definitely an idea. Stasis pods, not an idea in Cahokia.
Is that enough information for us to force the council's hand? That this is human trafficking now, not just a,
No, it's human.
It's human enough.
Kind of mind.
It's human enough for Naughty to connect to it psychically. Is that enough for us to force their hand?
Whether it be spirit, man, something else in between. It has enough of a mind to be able to communicate at least vaguely, and is theoretically being held against its will. Not only all of that, but it represents technology that Cahokia and Makasung as a whole are not familiar with. The council wants to know about this.
All right. So
now I'm not sure that we should tell the council about this.
So over the telepathic link. All right. That's what we needed. We need to take this back to name. What is the name? Hang on, where's our notes? We need to take this back.
I did not write that down.
It's over here in our council. We need to take this back to Aranea now.
Do we?
Yes.
Yes.
We take this back to Aranea. Aranea sent us on this, sanctioned this mission officially. We take this back to Aranea.
Do we trust them to deal with this?
Yes.
I'm not sure I do.
I do. They're the one that sent us on the other mission. She's the one that sent us on the other mission initially without telling us about why it was there. And I got the feeling it was because she wanted the council to have to face that fact. This is something she will act on. I am confident. This is like my gut feeling about the Stone Man.
No, I agree. I think in this instance we can trust her. And there is a person in there.
Mm-hmm.
We've got to take this to the council.
I'm not saying we do nothing.
Yeah.
No, this has reached the point that we need to take it to the council.
Taking it to Aranea also means that if the council is forced to intervene, the eels will have to back off because the families will have to drop it.
They even get it. Where did they get it from?
That's a good question. We need to get, but more importantly,
Not here.
someone in there is trapped. This is our best way of getting them out safely.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody needs to weigh in.
Well, yeah.
I'm extremely conflicted here. But our teachings say that we have to help all sapient life, and honestly, this is way above any of us, so I think taking this to the council is the best option.
Tawa?
Yeah. Okay. I think what if we, I have a charging station. Maybe I could wire that up to the, keypad and like fry it.
We can, once the council forces them to let go, we are going to have that family walk us in there. Because we're the Suyata team on task here.
Oh, we're gonna go talk to them first?
Oh, no.
That's what we're
Yeah.
talking about.
Once the council forces the family to let go of this thing, we're going to be the ones going in there to retrieve it.
Are they gonna believe us?
We're Suyata.
Also,
we-
you have the
also-
video recording.
I've been recording this.
Oh. Okay, that's fair. Yeah.
Okay, what happens if they say we'll deal with this privately?
Then we come back here, blow the door open, and take it out.
Okay.
Mhm.
As long as we're okay with that.
Yeah, as long as we were all on the same page of that, that's what we were going to do anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And like I'm gonna say, because this is over the mental link,
Yes.
the tone of voice, for lack of a better term, from Zen is iron. No flexibility in that statement.
Okay, good. As long as that is the plan, Nutty's okay with it. I don't know at what point that's the direction this character took, but
Zen is always about acting on clear and specific information. So this is clear. This is as clear as it gets. Oh, hello, random chatbot ad.
All right, we need to recall the drone and I'll retreat.
Yep. Pull it back out, will you? Goodbye, random chatbot ad.
Drone crawls its way back up the room and up out of the vent. Kawasaki grabs it, slides her way back out.
Yep.
And then I'm sending a message to Chipa.
Chipa, yeah.
I'm sending a message to Chipa. Need a meeting with Arenya in whatever ETA it's going to take us to get there. Is what I put in.
Get back.
ASAP.
Affirmative. She's awaiting your report.
All right, let's go.
So you all make your way back to the council building, where you are to be led in to meet in session with Arania to share the discovery that you have made of what it is that exactly that this family is hiding. And with
At
that,
which point we get executed.
that's where we're gonna end for the week.
Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
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 Goodbye.